Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and our Newcastle United series as we begin the January transfer window with a focus on getting players out rather than getting them in. I'm quite happy with our first choice 11 and the immediate kind of players that rotate in and out of the team. We can maybe look at bringing in another striker, but otherwise I am quite content with the side that we have at our disposal. We mostly just need to get the wage budget down at this point because we're spending about 200 grand a week, more than we should be. And on that note, if we have a look at the transfer history screen, then you can see we have let some players go quite recently. Right at the bottom, actually they're not even showing up, which is quite interesting. I don't know why they're not on the screen, but we have released two players on free transfers. We've let Jason Punch and Go and Jose Font both just released on a free because I couldn't find anybody to pick them up and I just wanted to get them out of the club. So they are now gone and we've got transfers coming in for a few other players, but I'll update you on those as and when they leave the club. But first off, we've got our FA Cup campaign to kick off. We're away at Vicarage Road to play Bournemouth, and we've got Keane, Pinamonti and Cutrone all up front with Andre and Fernandez in central midfield. Then there's Masuaku, Otamendi, Holding, Lemos and Carmona with Heaton in goal. Masuaku's corner in towards Otamendi, ball cleared out. Pinamonti finds Gedson in a good position and he has drilled that hard and fast into that near post corner to give us a 1-0 lead. Free kick by Fraser goes short to Guardado. He's then tackled and a huge counter-attack on here. Pinamonti switches the ball beautifully to Keane. He's got a free man to his right. He's tackled, but plenty of players arriving. Cutrone, one of them, hits the keeper when he had an entire goal to aim at. Free kick from Andre. Looking dangerous early in this game. Lemos is up there with the header. Begovic can't quite deal with the ball and they just about get it out for a corner. Heaton plays the ball out to Otamendi. Now Masuaku puts the ball over the top very quickly and it's dealt with easily by the Bournemouth defence. Here's Gedson to Masuaku once more. Trying to attack down the left, beats the defender, puts the cross in. Keane heads it further on. Pinamonti goes down and we've got the penalty and a chance to double our lead. The second game in a row that we've had a penalty. Last one was scored by Cutrone, but this one's being taken by Pinamonti. He steps up and he finds the back of the net for 2-0 against Bournemouth. Masuaku on the attack again, trying to go down the line and he's picked out Moise Keane, but Cook gets across to deal with the ball. He's then tackled by Keane who puts the cross in. Cutrone's in there, brings it down and has finished it beautifully into that bottom corner. We're 3-0 up with only 27 minutes played. Masuaku's corner in towards Otamendi, comes to Lemos and the man on the line just had the ball absolutely whacked at him, but doing his job there and holding his ground, so we get, or the ball is gotten away. But a 3-0 lead here in the first half shows we are absolutely at the peak of our form this season. Carmona with the throw in. Hour gone now in this game as Carmona charges down the right. Gedson picks out Cutrone, ball through, finds Pinamonti, good first touch, but Begovic with a good stop. Masuaku's corner cleared out by Peruzzi. Pinamonti puts it in. Carmona trying to get after it. Balotelli, of all people, clearing the ball out, but Drinkwater picks up the loose ball. Now Otamendi passes that pink ball on to Mads Beck, playing his first game for a while. Carmona running in, gets to the loose ball again. Big ball in and Drinkwater, edge of the area, finds Cutrone, who somehow is not offside there and has just put the ball in for 4-0. Arter plays the ball forward to Hogan. Ball cut out and Holding picks out Keane. He's onside, strikes it first time. He had so much time, but he was actually offside. Corner by Masuaku, just a minute left of the game and the header there by Otamendi. It was passed on by Beck, but Otamendi pops up to make it 5-0 and we've absolutely destroyed Bournemouth in the FA Cup here, and this is the fourth game in a row where we've scored 4 or more goals, showing that we really are just so clinical with those three up front. The ball played down the line here for Peruzzi, surely the last act of the game, puts the cross in and it's headed out. Drinkwater should be able to pump this further forward. Moise Keane picks it up, cutting in from that left hand side, finds Gedson. He pushes it onto Cutrone. Might be a last chance here if you can get the ball in, but it goes out for a corner. In fact, it's gone out for a goal kick, and that should actually be the full-time whistle. There it is, a 5-0 away win against a Premier League team in the FA Cup is not a bad way to kick off your FA Cup campaign. And I would really, really like to win some silverware, because we haven't won any, despite this being our 3rd season at the club. Well, we now need to take on Wolves at Molineux away from home in the league, but there's a bit of transfer news to tell you about first. You can see the wage budget situation has been fixed thanks to a lot of players leaving the club. If we sort them by date, which I think it is now sorted, you can see we've let Ayoze Perez leave for Birmingham for about £7 million. We might get more depending on how that transfer goes, but he wasn't really playing for the team, not getting that many goals when he did play, and he didn't suit any of the attacking positions. But that does leave us a little bit short on striking options, because he was our 5th choice striker, and when you're playing 3 up front and only have 4 striking options, you could be caught out. So I'm going to look to maybe bring somebody in on loan just to get us through to the end of the season who can play in that position, because I think even a kind of championship level player who can play in the actual role that we use would be more useful than Perez, who couldn't play in that position whatsoever, and he was also earning about 50 grand a week, so he needed to go. Loftus-Cheek has gone as well. He's out on loan at the moment, but that move could become a permanent deal, but it frees up our wage budget a little bit just by getting him out. And obviously if we want him to stay, we can always keep him there. And Marin, our 3rd choice left back, has also left the club at a 200 grand loss. He made a lot of appearances in the 1st season, but wasn't playing since Masuaku came in, and because we had Haidara, so I've let him go, which frees up another 50 grand in the wage budget. We've also let Adara Bioyo go, but he doesn't seem to have actually left the club yet, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But I assume he will go soon. He's on about 50 grand a week too, so that will also help to free up the transfer budget. It says he's still got 3 offers in for him at the moment, so maybe he hasn't actually left yet. Well, against Wolves, you can see we're playing Keane, Pinamonte and Cutrone up front with Marino and Fernandez in midfield. It's Masuaku, Otamendi, Holding, Lemos and Carmona in defence with Heaton in goal. A reasonably decent Wolves side, but absolutely nobody in there except for Ruben Neves that I would even consider bringing into my team, so this shouldn't be a difficult game for us. Carmona with the throw-in, picks out Gedson. He plays it down to Carmona again. Lemos over to Marino. Now Pinamonte turns, plays it out to Carmona, taking it wide, puts the cross in deep. Keane arriving, hits the crossbar, and it's cleared out by Cody. How many times do we see Keane arriving like that, only to hit the crossbar? Gedson with another corner though. Ball comes out to Masuaku. Now Cutrone strikes it first time, and he was not far away. Absolutely banging on the door at the moment as Ruddy clears the ball out for Wolves, but now they're on the attack. Ronan switches it out wide to Cavallero. He picks out Ruben Neves. Now it's Bouveau. They're pulling us side to side at the minute, and that ball across a dangerous one, and what a stop that was by Heaton. Corner from Masuaku, looking for Otamendi arriving, but the ball cleared out. Pinamonte to Cutrone, now Andre back to Cutrone again, and he's drilled it through a sea of players into the bottom corner to give us the lead just before half-time. A crucial time to score, because Man City absolutely tearing apart Liverpool, and Manchester United doing the same as well. Both of those teams 4-0 up, so we have to win to keep up that pressure. Gedson with the throw-in, sends it on to Cutrone, who manages to bring it down well. Marino to get some ball in quickly, and Keane there with a volley, but Ruddy got across and caught the ball very well in such a dangerous position. Cavallero for Wolves trying to come forward. Lenahan to Oliveira. He pushes it out to Bouveau. Now Ruben Neves might try and dink it back over the top, which he does, and Bouveau in a good position to get a cross in. This could be dangerous. Ball to the back stick. Cavallero arriving, hits the post, but he's still got the ball, and then we should be able to get it away with Marino. Kane with the ball. Wolves looking more dangerous all of a sudden. Neves. Ball tackled there, but Neves picks it up once more. Trying to bring the ball out, and a good tackle by Masuaku. He's on a yellow card and needs to be careful, but Keane plays the ball out wide. Cutrone gets onto it, can swing it across from that position. He does. It's towards Keane, whose header is just over the bar. If he had a better heading stat, I think he'd be 20 goals this season without any problem. Masuaku, 10 minutes left. We've only got the 1-goal lead to protect as Keane puts the ball in. It's cleared out to Ruben Neves as well as he launches a counter-attack with Quana. Out wide to Graham in a good position. Nobody around him. Drills the ball across, but Holding intercepting as he does so often. Now it's Palmer to Ruben Neves. Ronan Looking for Bouveau, but again we intercept. Heaton down the line. Keane controls it well. Picks out Cutrone. Ball inside, but cleared out by the Wolves defender, and it's end-to-end stuff right now as Bouveau gets the ball. Picks out Neves. Kane making a good run from right back. Should be dealt with by Lemos, but not well. Ronan strikes the ball, and Heaton has to punch it over. 2 minutes of normal time left as Masuaku puts the ball in. Pinamonte has it. Has a strike, and it's just gone wide. Quana sends the ball out wide, and Graham's brought it down. He's got a player over. He puts it over, and Bouveau has managed to put the ball in. It's 1-1. We've now just got those 3 minutes of added time to try and get a winner, and this is so frustrating. I knew this was going to happen. Right, last minute corner. Andre puts it in. Neves down. Gedson's ball back in. Cleared out once more, and the full-time whistle goes. That is such a frustrating draw. Look how much we've dominated that game, but we never got the second goal. Keane at fault for missing an awful lot of chances, and we have thrown away a chance to keep up with Manchester City and Manchester United, and you can see we've now fallen down to third place. 6 points off the league leaders makes this look a lot more difficult. Fortunately, we have quite a big gap, 6 points over 5th place, but still, we really should have won that game, and it means there's all to play for as we take on Chelsea, who are 14th in the league at the moment, at home in the next match. If we just look, though, the one reassuring thing at Chelsea's form, they have been losing a few games, although their form actually is as bad as I thought, but they've lost to Bournemouth and to Manchester United before beating Bristol Rovers, so we'll have to hope that they are not too high on form before facing us. Well, the final game of today's episode is at home against Chelsea. It's going to be a really tough match, not helped by the fact that both of our wing-back players are either injured or suspended. Carmona injured and Masuaku suspended. Between them, they've had 20 yellow cards already this season. We're only halfway through it. Quite impressive that. I mean, if you guys have seen more yellow cards over a season than 20, do let me know, because I think they're both going to get towards that figure. They get as many yellow cards as the strikers get goals. But it means Mads Beck is making a bit of a makeshift left wing back with Fernandes at right wing back. We've got Marino and Drinkwater in the centre with Otamendi, Holding and Lemos further back. And then up front it's Keane, Pinamonte and Cutrone. So I'm hoping we'll put on a better performance than we did against Wolves and make the most of Chelsea being towards the relegation zone at the moment. I'm not sure how far away they are from it. Down in 14th place with 25 points. So only 7 points clear of the relegation zone with nearly 20 games played. Well, straight from kickoff here, Marino with a big tackle. Holding launches it forward and Keane's got in behind. He plays it off and Cutrone with the volley into the bottom corner. And just like that, we have the lead at home against Chelsea just 30 seconds into the game. Worth noting that having scored the goal there, Cutrone has just signed a new contract with the club for 4 years on 100 grand a week now. I think we've now tied Pinamonte, Keane and Cutrone all down to long-term higher wage deals, which is why we're having so much trouble with our wage bill. Ball in behind there, just cut out by Christensen. We have also let Adara Bioyo go. He's gone to Millwall, clearing 50 grand a week off the wage budget. But here's Gedson going down the right side. He's going to put across to the back stick. Keane arriving, and we're 2-0 up against Chelsea just 11 minutes into this game. Chelsea have got such a strong squad. I don't know what's going on, but we're in behind again with Cutrone. Across the box, Keane in. 3-0, 12 minutes in. We've got 2 in a minute there. And Chelsea's such a strong 11, really struggling this season. Obviously, they offered me the job earlier in the year, but this scoreline showing that I did the right thing in staying at Newcastle. Drinkwater with the free kick, sending it towards the back stick. Lemos is in there, but they get it away with Jonathan Calleri. He's charging down the left flank. I'm currently working on bringing in a new striker as well. Probably on loan, but we'll see. Calleri going a long way here, and he's picked out Pedro as well, but he's put it just wide of the post. Things being compounded in the striking department with an injury to Moise Keane, who's got 2 goals and assists today. He's been replaced by Sanabria here. He cuts in, plays the ball in behind, but Rudiger gets there ahead of Pinamonte. Now it's Courtois. Nearly let that ball go into his own goal. But Beck heads it forward to Sanabria. Across to Marino. Pinamonte out wide for Gedson. He's got 5 players at the back stick. Beck one of them, and Beck makes it 4-0 before we've even hit half time. Christensen sends the ball out to Willian. He puts a cross into the back stick, but Lemos gets it away. Beck manages to keep the ball. He's picked out Sanabria. Ball over for Cutrone. Beautiful ball, and Cutrone in on goal. Drills it in. 5-0 with over half an hour still to play against Chelsea. This will be Chelsea's third straight Premier League defeat, and you really can see them plummeting down the table. At the moment, the bottom three not got as many points as you might expect at this point in the season. So they're really just being saved by the fact the bottom three aren't competing in the league. But that ball over the top for Cutrone could make it even worse. So they've got a man over. Sanabria finishes it. It's 6-0 now. It's only an hour gone. It could be an absolute massacre, this match. And Chelsea, I mean, how far can they fall? Jordi Alba with a corner, rare move forward for Chelsea, but we get the ball away and Drinkwater can launch a counter-attack against his former team, holds the ball up, launches it over the field, Cutrone brings it down, he's in behind the defence, he goes for the finish, and Cutrone makes it 7-0 against Chelsea. A hat-trick for him today on the day that he celebrates a new long-term contract with the club, and we have just totally annihilated this Chelsea team. Drinkwater sends it all the way back to Heaton. Now Otamendi. Down the line for Mads Beck. Plays it in, but Kante comes across and does what Kante does. I mean, they've got Henriks, Lamina. They've just got such a strong team. I do not understand what Chelsea are doing to struggle this much. But here's Gedson over the top for Cutrone. He's going to get to that as well. He beats the defender, puts the ball over. Sanabria's there, and Sanabria's hit the crossbar, giving Chelsea a little reprieve. But the highlights just keep on coming. Here's Arthur onto Van Ginkel. Got them Caleri at the back stick. Caleri fouled by Gedson, was he? He has been fouled. The referee took his time, but has given the chance for Chelsea to ruin our clean sheet. I'm not sure who's going to take it for them. It'd be really funny if they missed it. It's Arthur who steps up, but he does find the bottom corner, and it's now 7-1. Marino down the line for Mads Beck. Good tackle there by Henriks. Now Van Ginkel plays it into Arthur, a player that we actually tried to sign about a year ago. Now Morata in behind, but Gedson gets there. Heaton plays it forward. Pinamonte can't get there, or does get there, and Marino picks out Mads Beck. Now Sanabria is in behind. 3-4 players on the far side. Doesn't need them. He scores it all on his own, Sanabria. Second goal for him. 8 for us. Well, we need to get another goal soon if we're going to try and get double figures, but that will help. And Drinkwater plays in Cutrone. He's already got a hat-trick, but he doesn't beat Courtois this time. Henriks sends the ball into Morata. Back to Kante. Henriks again. Over to Kante. Inside to Lamina, and what a stop by Heaton. Beck with the throw in to Sanabria. Just 20 seconds left as we look to win this game 8-1. Chelsea are on the counter once more with Morata coming across, but Drinkwater, he's been excellent today. I mean, the entire team has been excellent, really. And we've beaten Chelsea 8-1 in the Premier League. That will do absolute wonders for our goal difference this season, but I just was not expecting this whatsoever. 3 goals for Cutrone, 2 for Sanabria. And then off the bench, or before he got injured actually, Moise Kean had 2. I mean, he could have easily had a hat-trick or more today had he not been injured, because Sanabria came on and got 2. And it means we're just 1 point behind United and 3 points behind City, who have a game in hand, but we extend our gap over the rest even further now. In the hunt for the top 4, we're 9 points clear of Liverpool with 21 games played, but Stoke can close that gap further. And Spurs can as well. So still need to be careful of the teams below us, but an 8-point gap over 4th place will certainly help, and it looks like it's a scrap to get into the top 4 for everybody else. Chelsea now still 7 points clear of the teams down there, but they can close that gap to 4 points. It will be so interesting if Chelsea get relegated at the end of this season. But that is going to be it for today's episode. As you can see, our unbeaten run stretching over a very long period of time now. A lot of wins and just a couple of draws in there. We've got Arsenal away as our next match. They're down in 11th place, but after beating Chelsea 8-1, you would hope we'll be able to beat Arsenal as well, who are struggling just as much. Then we have the Carabao Cup semi-final at home against Birmingham before taking on Huddersfield at home as well. So should be a few wins in the next episode. Lots of winnable matches coming up from this point on, because we've played so many of the big teams already. It's not until we play United and City where that will probably, especially with Spurs afterwards, decide if we're going to be in the title race for the last 5 or 6 games or not. But until then, we need to keep up the pressure on the top teams to have any chance of winning our first Premier League title. But do drop a like on this video if you enjoyed that 8-1 destruction of Chelsea. Make sure to subscribe as well if you want to see how this season ends. You can also support the channel on Twitter and Patreon using the links in the description. But until next time, see ya!